This crop top is a whopping £50, which is kind of crazy. All I have to say is, what is this? It is absolutely tiny. It almost looks like a bra rather than a top, you guys. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well today. As you guys can tell by today's video title, today we're going to be trying out the new Opoly x Bratz collaboration. Honestly, I don't really know how this collaboration came about. It's kind of random for Opoly to come out with a collaboration with Bratz, in all honesty. Now, upon the announcement of this collection over on their Instagram, there has been a lot of mixed opinions about it. From reading the comments, majority of the people were saying that this whole collection is just not really giving Bratz. Now, let me just preface this. I was a Barbie girl through and through up until the age of like maybe 10, and then I switched to Bratz. So Bratz dolls are basically like what I kind of grew up on for like the last part of my childhood, and honestly, I loved their outfits so much. So even myself, I do agree with the comments. I feel like they could have brought out something way more Bratz coded, such as faux leather. They could have done leopard print. They could have done like the rock chick kind of style. But for some reason, they brought out this, and to be honest, it's kind of giving more Euphoria than it is Bratz. Some people in the comments were even saying that this collab just looks a little bit more like Barbie rather than Bratz. So of course, I placed a purchase to really see what this collection is about. Now, I have to say, I'm a little bit upset because a lot of the items that I really wanted to buy from this collection that I deemed as like the hero pieces of this collab were actually not available yet. You literally had to pre-order some items which wouldn't come until like the end of March, so I kind of had to just leave those behind, really sadly. So I only picked things out of what was already readily available on the website. Another criticism that was heavily mentioned about this collection was the fact that everything was super overpriced. I'm looking through my order now, and on this tiny bag of clothes, I literally spent £589. That is a lot of money. On average, the items range between like 30 to 80 pounds, so everything is a little bit on the high end kind of side. I guess let's just crack on into this bag and see what we've got going on. All right, so starting out, we have a box with a couple of the items inside. There's also some that didn't fit in this box. I think it's only right that we start out with the pink bedazzled kind of outfit. So this item right here is the embellished lace-up off-shoulder mini dress in bubblegum pink. This was £75. The reason why these items are quite pricey is because they are literally decked out in all these super stunning gems. When I saw the promotional video of this range and I saw one of these dresses, I was like, I just don't know if it's really giving Bratz. But actually, having seen it in person now, I feel like, yeah, I definitely can imagine having a Bratz doll that had this sort of dress when I was younger. By the way, this is what the tag looks like, and on the back, it's got like an outline of a Bratz doll really faintly printed onto it. Anyways, so this is the dress. As you can see, it's a Bardo sleeved dress, which is super stunning. I absolutely love the color. The actual fabric is made of quite a sheer mesh fabric, so I'm hoping this isn't going to be too see-through to wear. I love the fact that the edge of the top actually has this rubberized kind of band just to stop it from like lowering down. The thing that I really loved about this dress is this really cool lace-up cutout down the side of the dress. It's kind of hard to show you guys, but it basically goes all the way down the side on both sides. Now, to complete the dress, I felt like the dress might have not really given it that Bratz kind of theme, but with this headscarf, I feel like it's really gonna take it there. This headscarf cost £30, and it's literally just a thin piece of that fabric that the dress is also made out of. Of course, you can assemble this and tie this however you want. You could tie it around your head. You could maybe even use it as like a neck scarf. Honestly, I also feel like the size is quite big, that it could be used as like a sarong, like a skirt cover up for a bikini. But of course, it matches in with that dress. So let's go try these on together and see how it looks. All right, guys, so here is the first dress and what it looks like on. I have to say, it does fit really nicely. It's very comfortable, regardless of the fact that it's got so many like gems stuck to it. It does not feel itchy at all. The mesh fabric is very breathable, but it's not too see-through in my opinion, so that's a good thing. I am wearing just a neutral pair of underwear underneath. I feel like maybe you might be able to see just an outline of it, but other than that, it kind of just blends into my skin tone. I really like the sleeves. When they are down, they have like this really nice slit on either side. However, it does get a little bit annoying when you lift your arms up because they literally just flop down like this. this. The dress itself is really nicely fitted. I like the fact that it's quite like stretchy around the band here, but it doesn't seem to be falling down or anything. The sleeves I wish were a little bit tighter because I feel like the weight of them does kind of pull them down over time. Now, of course, we also have the slits on the side, which are just this like lace-up segment that goes all the way down. And yes, you can see your underwear through it. So if you were to wear this out, you definitely want to wear either like a really thin pair of underwear or one that matches your skin tone, just so it doesn't ruin, you know, that illusion of the seamlessness. As for the head wrap, let's just address the elephant in the room. I cannot tie a head wrap to save my life, so I've just done my best. This is what it looks like. I don't know if I love it, but I definitely feel like it does spice up this outfit and it does make it feel a little bit more Bratz. Let me know what you guys think of this dress. I do think it's kind of expensive for what it is, but having said that, there's nothing really wrong with it apart from the annoying sleeves. So I think on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna rate this like a solid 8. Moving on to the next item, I feel like this one is just a little bit too plain for it to pass off as like a Bratz doll dress. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it is this dress right here, and this cost a whopping £50. Now, I feel like £50 for what it is quite excessive, just because it is quite a plain dress. However, the fabric on this is actually really, really nice. I didn't realize that it was gonna be like this iridescent kind of fabric. Honestly, in the picture, it just looked quite plain, but here it is. This is what the dress looks like. It's a one shoulder sleeve kind of thing, and then it has this great big cutout on the side of the dress. I have to say the fabric does feel nice, even though it's that like iridescent kind of fabric. It doesn't really feel like it's gonna be itchy or scratchy on the skin. This is one of those pieces that I just feel like was kind of just chucked into the collection to fill it out a little bit. It doesn't really scream Bratz to me. It screams more Euphoria. I'm sorry, but even the photo of the model wearing this dress literally looks like Alexa Demi a little bit. I guess without further ado, let's try this one on as well and see what it looks like. All right, so here's the next item. This is the dress, and honestly, I do actually think fabric-wise, it is kind of on theme with Bratz. I do remember having certain pieces of clothing that were literally made of a very similar kind of fabric, so it's kind of bringing back childhood memories. I could totally see like Chloe wearing these kinds of items. I feel like she was the one that really liked blue, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I really, really like the fit of this dress. The cutout, again, it's not really very Bratz in my opinion. The cutout is actually well placed. It's not cutting into my skin or anything. And I feel like the one sleeve thing is done in like a tasteful way, so I can definitely like get on board with it. The one thing that I'm starting to notice about this fabric though is that my skin is getting itchy. Maybe I'm allergic to it, but I honestly feel like I'm gonna come out with a rash. It's so itchy. So I don't know if I'd be able to actually wear this out, but I really like the style of it. The fabric looks great, so I'm gonna give this like a 9 out of 10. Moving on, we're now gonna be trying out this item here, and I love the color of this. I feel like this color right here definitely is way more Bratz. The other pinks were just a little bit too Barbie in my opinion. Just that tiny hint of purple really, really makes me think of Bratz way more. This item right here is one of my favorite items that I honestly feel like does give me those Bratz doll vibes. So here is the top. It's made of that same see-through mesh fabric with these tiny little gems stuck on it. It's then completely backless on the other side with these two sort of like diagonal straps. So that's the top. The dress then continues with this really huge cutout across the stomach, which is then attached to the skirt of the dress. So this is quite like a mini dress. I'm honestly obsessed with the fabric. I feel like it's definitely giving Bratz dolls. So let's go try this one on and see how it looks. All right, guys, so here is the next dress and what it looks like on. I am really loving this. However, it is so freaking sheer. I had to put a bandeau underneath this. I'm sure you can see the outline of my neutral underwear as well. So that's a little bit annoying. I feel like with the amount of money that you're spending on this, it really should have already come with like a built-in little skirt that's like skin toned underneath, and even like a little bandeau already placed inside, just to make sure that it's nice and like opaque. As of course, this range is made of like mesh predominantly, so I just feel like those little things would have just made it a little bit more wearable. Having this dress on, I feel like the color, yes, it's definitely more in the Bratz direction, but the cutouts, I just feel like are not very true to Bratz doll nature. I literally just just tried to Google Bratz doll outfits with cutouts just to see what would come up, and there was literally nothing. And that's how I remember it. Like, no outfits that I had for my Bratz dolls ever really had any kind of cutout or anything. I just feel like that's a little bit too modern for Bratz dolls. The Bratz doll fashion in general is definitely way more influenced by the 2000s kind of fashion. So this, I feel like, is just a little bit random. This is giving more Euphoria, if anything. But having said that, I still really like the dress. I do like the way it fits. It's very nicely fitted and body hugging. I like the placement of the cutout. I really do think it's a great dress. Maybe for like a festival or a birthday party, this would be amazing. But having tried it on now, I don't really think it's giving Bratz doll that much. Okay, moving on to the next outfit. This one, out of all of the outfits, I feel like really caught my attention right off the bat. It was definitely giving those Bratz doll vibes way more than any of the other outfits that I saw on the website. So I'm really happy that they actually had this available rather than available for pre-order. So first up we have the crop top. Now, honestly, I have to say, this really is giving like doll clothes, but way bigger. Like, even the way it's constructed, it just feels like this is meant for a doll. So it's a halter neck and it sits like this. I can tell it's going to be quite exposing on the breast, so I might have to wear something underneath to show you guys this on. It's got a zipper in the side. It's completely backless and it's made of this really cool, like, rigid metallic kind of fabric. It's very shiny. This crop top is a whopping 50 pounds, which is kind of crazy. It does also come with like a belt feature that kind of just sits underneath the breast. I don't know why they put this in a separate bag, but they did. It's literally just a silver buckle belt with all these little hoops going through it, so you can adjust it to whatever size you need. I then also picked up the matching trousers, which I'm so excited about because they looked crazy cool. Also, as I was placing this order, I was just thinking to myself, where would I ever wear these? Like, where would I wear any of these outfits? I couldn't really figure it out. Maybe like a festival would be appropriate for some of these. But as you guys know, I don't really go to festivals. I don't really leave the house for that matter. So I'm just going to be wearing these in my room. This is what they look like. They're kind of like cargo style trousers. I'm hoping they're going to be high-waisted. I think they will be. They are just so crazy and so metallic. If these trousers weren't part of this Bratz collection, you'd probably find these in another video, namely the one where I try out super weird clothing from ASOS. Also, I just want to mention these trousers were 80 pounds. 80. I'm sorry, but that is so much money. But yeah, that's what they look like. Those are the trousers. Now, I also picked up the blue version of the headscarf to go with this outfit, just to spice things up a little bit. Headscarf was, again, the same price. It was 30 pounds. Let's take a look. I love this blue color. I guess let's try this whole outfit on and see how it fits. Okay, so this is the metallic outfit on, and all I have to say is, what is this? I don't know, I was really envisioning this outfit a whole lot better in my head. The fabric is really funky, but the way it's been made is just a little bit naff. I mean, at least they have pockets which are functioning, so that's good. I really thought that these trousers would sit maybe more up here, in which case I would definitely prefer them a lot more. But look how much excess fabric I have. Like, this is just not okay. These are supposed to be my size. Anyways, let's just settle for them sitting a little bit more low-rise. That's fine. Let's talk about the top now. I mean, the top is very revealing, a little bit too revealing for my liking. In the back of my head, I keep thinking, I know this collection is for adults. I mean, they're full-size clothes, but Bratz dolls is a children's brand, so I don't really understand why you would show off so much skin in like a doll collaboration. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, I just feel like there's a bit of a disconnect. When I remember Bratz doll clothing, they were never like super revealing or anything, and then the bandana is exactly the same as the pink one. I do feel like it kind of pulls the outfit together, but equally, I don't know if I love this. Here I was thinking this was gonna be the hero outfit of this video, and it would be like one of my favorites. I don't know, I'm not really vibing with it. Let me know what you guys think though. I feel like this outfit would be like okay maybe to wear for a festival or something, but you would get very hot in these trousers. The fabric is super thick and definitely not breathable. They're kind of like faux leather, so imagine wearing faux leather to a festival. So all in all, I would say this is very Bratz doll coded, but the top could have done with being a little less revealing, so I think I'm gonna give this like a 6 out of 10. The next outfit is another pink one, and it consists of two separate separate pieces that kind of go together. First up, we have the crop top, which is very, very thin. I mean, like this way. So like when it goes across the breast, it's super tiny. I really hope that this is gonna actually cover me up and it's gonna look okay on, because I mean, look how freaking small this is. It is absolutely tiny. It almost looks like a bra rather than a top, you guys. Anyways, it's made of that same metallic kind of fabric, which is super rigid. I do like the stitching across the breast. I hope that it's gonna be flattering, and the strap on it is actually adjustable as well, so that's great. I then also picked up the matching shorts, and honestly, these are just so funky. This is what I'm talking about. I feel like these like cool straps and stuff is definitely what makes this way more Bratz doll feeling. As you can see, all the straps actually can be done up on the side of the shorts, so you can have them as tight as you like. I feel like these little buckles and belts is definitely what's making me feel like this is a little bit more Bratz doll orientated, just because when I was younger, I just remember always having these like little belts and buckles to play with on the Bratz doll outfits. So yeah, this item in particular is definitely way more Bratz doll coded, so I'm liking this. I'm here for it. Let's go try this outfit on and see how it looks. Okay, here is the metallic pink outfit, and I have to say, I feel super naked in this. I honestly feel like I kind of look like one of those stage girls for WWE, and I don't know if that's a good thing. Anyways, this is the outfit. I do feel like this is a little bit more in the right direction for Bratz dolls. I definitely remember Bratz dolls having a lot of buckles, this metallic fabric. Even the tiny little crop tops were very much a Bratz doll thing. However, on a doll, you never really think about how much skin they are showing. Personally, this is a little bit too much. I would never ever wear this out, but maybe with like a shirt over the top, who knows. There is one mistake that I've noticed about this outfit, and that's to do with the shorts. You can probably tell that these little straps are like very just loose and just hanging there, whereas this side is like nicely tucked away and it kind of curves around my hip. The mistake that they've made is these little loops at the back here on this side have actually been sewn to the trousers, so I physically can't move these belt loops and like put them closer to here so that these bits could be like tucked away, whereas on this side the belt loops are actually free moving, so you can move them to whatever sort of distance you want across the belt, which is why this side looks so much neater than this side. There is physically no way I can make this side work. Like the belt just doesn't stretch far enough to even meet this loop, so that's definitely 100% a manufacturing error. They really shouldn't have sewn these to the trousers, and in my opinion, this just definitely does not look good. As for the top, it's okay, but it's definitely very micro, so I do feel really exposed in it. I would say this outfit is definitely way more Bratz coded, but I still don't really love it, especially the way it's been manufactured, so I'm gonna have to give this like a 2 out of 10. Now lastly, the next outfit we're gonna be trying out is one of the like more neutral toned ones. As much as I love the color and I feel like it's definitely very Bratz, I also wanted to try out some of the more like wearable colors. First up, we have the crop top, which is called the embellished cowl neck crop top in black. I got this in a size 8. By the way, everything that you've seen in this video has been a size 8, just for size reference. The crop top was £50, and then the trousers are £60. So let's crack the crop top open first. I actually really like the shape of this crop top. It went down into like a point in the center. Okay, so that's what the crop top looks like. It has a little bit of like a crossover feature in the back. I absolutely love the glistening gems against the black. It's just so cool. Do I think this top was worth £50 though? Definitely not. I feel like Opoly could have achieved something like this for way cheaper than this, but you know, obviously they have to make their money somehow, so their markup must be crazy on these. And then we also have the trousers, which I didn't actually realize that it has these weird things. So I'm guessing you could wrap them like around the sides like this, or you could even use them as like straps. I mean, they are long enough for that, so you totally could. I think how you're actually supposed to wear it though is just to tie it around the hips like this, and it kind of gives you like a little bit of a cutout on the hip. The trousers are made of the exact same fabric. They are very flared, which I mean, that is definitely all the Bratz doll vibes. So again, let's pop these two on together and see how they look. All right guys, so here is the last outfit and what it looks like on. It looks, I don't know, like a little bit of a mess in my opinion. I really thought I was gonna like this, but I don't know, there's just something about it that just feels a little bit off. On the model, it looked great, but now that I have it on, I just feel like it just looks weird on me. I probably would never wear something like this out. I think it might be something to do with the trousers. I don't love how low-rise they are in the center. And I know that low-rise trousers are very 2000s, so I'm kind of contradicting myself. I would say these trousers are very, very Bratz doll. But for me personally, I just feel like they're not really for me style-wise. I like the flared trousers. I think they are great, but it's just this like upper bit. As for the top, it hangs a little bit weird. This is just, by the way, the little like security tag that they put on, but yeah, I mean, I don't love the cowl neck. I just feel like it looks a little bit messy. Maybe with this one, I'm just being over-analyzing and over-critical because I'm seeing it on myself and I just don't really love it on me. So maybe on somebody else, this would be an okay outfit. And to be honest, quality-wise, it's exactly the same as all the other mesh items. Again, even though this is black, it's very see-through, so you can probably see my underwear underneath it. This is what the back looks like. I know it doesn't look great because I have the bandeau underneath, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't love it. Sadly, I think this actually might be my least favorite outfit of this whole video, so I'm gonna give this like a 3 out of 10. I'm really sorry. Alright guys, so that was everything for today's Opoly x Bratz doll collab. Let me know what your thoughts are on this collab. Do you think it's giving Bratz? Do you think it's giving Barbie? Or do you think it's giving neither? Because I feel like there was a lot of people that thought that. Personally, I do feel like there's slight like hints of Bratz doll, but also a little bit of Barbie in there, which is kind of confusing. As far as fashion goes when it comes to dolls, I mean, there's always going to be crossovers and things are always going to be similar, but I do feel like they could have done a better job had they sort of chimed in more into that Bratz doll vibe. As I said in the beginning, Bratz dolls are known for like faux leather, tartan, faux reptile skin, like those kinds of things that I remember in the outfits that I had for my dolls. So that's why I just feel like this collab just doesn't really work because Opoly isn't any of those things. They're normally very pretty dresses and things like that. So I guess that's kind of why they took this collection in that more like pretty, sparkly sort of direction instead. Out of all the outfits, I feel like my favorite was definitely the like lilac, purple, pink kind of dress. I just felt like color-wise, it was the most Bratz doll to me. But anyways, that is all from me. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching this video as always, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Mwah.